And welcome into our Coach's Corner for the week as the Wolverines get ready to take on the Southside Mavericks. I'm here with Coach Bryan Pratt. And Coach, before we move on to Southside, let's talk a little bit about some of your thoughts coming out of the first game. You guys hung tough with Owasso, but just too much at the end there.
I thought we played really well early. I thought in the fourth quarter we didn't play like we need to play, and that's the reason why we didn't come away with the win. You know, for the second year in a row, we've beaten them for 3 quarters, but unfortunately that doesn't matter. So that's something we have to really work on. You know, last year we had some. Will getting hurt was the reason why we felt like it. This year is more, we felt like that we had a lot of kids playing both sides of football, and it kind of wore us down there at the end. But that's what this non-conference is about, is trying to figure out, you know, we talked about in the previous show, is one thing we had to figure out was how we would be able to manage these two-way players as far as the length of the game and that kind of stuff. So luckily for us, it was nice and cool. It doesn't look like that's going to happen Friday night.
Yeah, it looks like hot temperatures down in Fort Smith for that game. Defensively, I mean, when you're going against such a talented player like their running back Jacobs, but he's going to get his. But the rest of the game, how do you think your defense performed?
I mean, I thought we did pretty well stopping him. I thought there was a point in time there in the second quarter where they gave up on running him and started trying to throw the football a little bit. I think that, you know, we gave up some pass plays we can't avoid to, I mean, you can't afford to do in big-time games, and you can't give up those long pass plays. A lot of people convert on 3rd and 15, et cetera. So that's something we have to work on. Continue to try to get better and hopefully not give up big plays like we did that in that game.
We saw you guys too with seemed like a real emphasis on running the football from an offensive standpoint, and you've got some talented players to do that with, and of course that veteran offensive line like we talked about.
Well, going in, we knew that our offensive line was pretty good, and we thought we could run the football. We thought we could take advantage of some of the things that they do coaching-wise, and they're very, very well coached and disciplined and do what they're supposed to do. And so you probably noticed us take some advantage of them, actually making it look like we're running the inside zone or the counter play, which is the inside play, and actually giving the jet sweep. And we scored on it the first play of the game, and unfortunately got a holding penalty. You know, we had too many mistakes and penalties, you know, turnovers as well. You can't fumble the first series of the offense. We fumbled the football. So, you know, we have some team goals, and we didn't think we accomplished those very well. I think we got 1 out of 10, and you're not going to win football games doing that.
So getting a chance now to go on the road and for Southside, what are the challenges? Is this a week where it's more worry about yourself as opposed to the opponent? Because it's Southside's first game of the season. You're playing 2 teams who are opening their season, Owasso last week and now Southside.
Right. You know, we have been through a game situation and they haven't, so it has to be an advantage for us. And it is something where we're definitely trying to manage some things that we feel like that we can take care of on our end, and not so much about what they do, but more so what we do. One thing we're really preaching to our kids this week is really good teams make the biggest improvement between week 1 and week 2, and you know that's what we've got to do. I thought our special teams were not up to par the way that we like them to be. You know, we did get the block punt for a touchdown, but if you go back and look at it, we only had 10 guys on the field at that time, and you know we get caught with 10 a couple times on the field, and those are just mistakes that the Wolverines don't make. And you know, we're going to have to do a better job of managing it, and that's something that we as coaches are going to take care of. And so, like I said, a lot of it has to do with us being us and cleaning up some mistakes that we made. But, you know, we feel like we got a chance to be a really good football team. We just got some areas we need to improve on.
And I know through the years and fans that have watched through the years, you guys really do put a premium and emphasis on special teams in this program.
That's one thing that, you know, I've said from the minute I got hired, there's 3 phases of the game. You have to win 2 of them. Whether it's offense and defense or special teams, you got to win 2 of them. And there's a lot of times we win the special team one just because we have an emphasis on it. And I didn't feel that was the way that things went Friday night, and that's on me as the head coach to get that fixed, and so we'll do that.
All right. Coach, good luck. Thank you so much. Bryan Pratt, the head coach of the Wolverines. More of our pregame show from Fort Smith coming up in just a moment.